Mic check. Easter Sunday version. What's going on around? Make sure my levels is good. How we doing out here? I see the chat piling in. I see the lords piling in. What's going on? Good to see a couple of y'all on a Sunday, man. We know this is a special edition. Sad we won't talk Xbox. I know. But we're holding that for a special guest. Addict's coming in. I'm gonna have to make sure he knows that he's coming in hot. Addict, you live, bro. Mute your mic if you're not ready to talk. Anyway, yo, what's going on? Jesse Darby, you know what I'm saying? Checking out pass. Okay, Adam. Yeah, I know. He said we won't tell you Xbox. We're holding the Xbox stuff. We're holding ILP for a very special guest. Trust me, y'all gonna like it. It's Tuesday, 5 p.m. Eastern. You know what I'm saying? So this was something King thought of. He's like, you know what? Instead of not giving y'all anything, you know what I'm saying, today, let's give y'all a little something on Spoilercast. Whatever. Spider, what up? Six Layer, what up? AKW, what's up? Akeezy, Best Eye Finest. Yeah, we're going to talk about that movie. We're going to talk about it. But look, sit tight. The Lords will be pulling up. Like I said, this will be a little short little edition. Just have some fun. Talk about this thing. And then, again, hold tight. Because Tuesday, 5 p.m. Eastern, we definitely going to drop all the secrets and the fun and the guests and the topics that y'all want to talk about. So that's what I got. But I will be right back and we will mic check and get that thing going. I'll talk to you in a minute. All right, and we are live. Special Easter Sunday edition. R&R with the Lords, aka Roundtable Reviews returns. Special edition. A little different on a Sunday, man. Keeping it casual, keeping it light. Now I know y'all like, where the IOP at? What's going on? What's this? But the reality is we have a special guest that we may announce at the end of the show. And we're just going to do, shout out to King, because this was King's idea. He wanted to give the realm still something, because I would have went to sleep, honestly.
Love you guys.
King gets all the credit, you know what I'm saying?
So, I fought for you guys.
Yeah, he fought for y'all. I was going to sleep. But yeah, man, this is R&R. It's back, man. We're figuring doing it back with the pandemic. Obviously, we saw Kai Batsu, shout out to Mets, a couple of people that used to do it with us when things were normal, right? And we used to be able to go to the theaters and stuff. But obviously, things are different. But forget all that. You know, y'all know the rest of the Lords is here. Attic, what's up, man? He's in the bushes finding himself. And he's muted. He's talking to somebody. He going on.
He curses somebody out.
Yeah, he curses somebody. He curses his brother out.
Don't you see the hat on?
He said, don't you see I'm live?
The hat is on. Once the hat is on, I'm in the booth.
Yo, he bad. Yo, so what up, man?
What's going on, man? What's going on?
Fisticuffs.
Yeah, he about to beat his brother up right now.
Yo,
you know what he's... You know, that's that, yo, 5 minutes. You gonna give me 5 minutes?
Yeah.
What up, son?
Chilling, man. What's going on? I was listen. I was gonna take a little trip this weekend, and it wound up not happening because my wife was like, "No, we're supposed to. We cannot be enjoying ourselves this weekend. We have to be, solid there." So I'm like, "Okay, I guess we're not going anywhere." So I was like, "Okay, so I guess we are gonna have a mini podcast on Sunday." She was like, "Fine." She rolled her eyes like, "Fine."
Yeah, the kid got me in trouble too because I told the crew, I'm like, "Yo, I'm going out. What up? You know what I'm saying? COVID night. You know, whatever."
Yeah.
At the spot a rooftop spot that's open with social distancing. So I was like, "Yeah, I can't hang out late like I thought I was gonna hang out because King wanted to be nice for the realm," and I'm like. This
is gonna be a funny one because I know there's certain people on this panel that are not fans of this type of movie. So
we're gonna get into this. So that's better, sir.
No doubt, yes.
No doubt. So I see Meds up in the bed. He said, "Attic brother getting the beats, yo."
He turned the camera.
He turned the camera.
Off.
You know, oh yeah, yo, Attic man, you can't be beating up your bro like that, man.
No, he's going to
he gonna apologize
Easter dinner with his girlfriend.
So. Oh, okay. Attic, what's up, man? I was telling King and everybody, I was like, dang, because Saul said the same thing. Like, I thought I was gonna get shit to hang out. You know what I'm saying? What about you? You had to work, right?
Yeah, I ended up working at 16. I'd still be asleep, but my brother woke me up with like Cognito called. I'm like, oh, I know.
Let's get the super chat real quick. We got Michael, aka Best Size Finest, $5 super chat. King Kong's chest hurts. LML. Listen, your boy Kong wasn't ready for Godzilla.
Ready.
Period.
Ready. We gonna talk about it, but before we get there, we gotta introduce the King, man. King, what's going on? Casual R&R. You know what I'm saying? What's going on?
Oh, well, it's a wonderful Sunday as I sip my favorite drink. I see it's a holy day for most, and for some it's not. But we're trying to give you some form of entertainment, not too long, so it won't be 3 hours today.
Yes.
But it's just something, because a lot of you guys listen to us while y'all at work. So we're just going to give you a little something. And I really wanted to talk about this movie. Also, I want you guys to know that we're trying to beef up the Patreon content. So we'll be doing roundtable reviews at least once a month to go directly inside the Patreon for the Patreon people. And if to watch it live, I think Attic has a formula for them to watch it live. And then we'll put that behind the Patreon for the Patreon subscribers to get a chance to check that stuff out because you guys do support and we want to give back in return. So roundtable reviews, let's see if y'all like this. Let's see if this
keep in mind whatever happens on the Patreon will be done on the members too because they're both.
But I gotta give my boy King the Achievement Award today.
Oh, thank
for
you.
doing this.
Thank
You know what I'm saying? This is him, bro. This is him. Yo,
Oh
shout
my
out to
God.
Xbox, man. I was able to pick this up. They didn't give me this, y'all. I bought this. I'm not paid off. But yeah, this is King. This is achievement for getting us to do extra content for the realm, beefing up. You know what I'm saying? So salute to the King for this one.
Thank you. Oh my God, I didn't know. While I'm here, I want to thank the team. I want to thank the family that joined the realm. I want to thank all the patrons. I want to thank all you guys for putting out on us. Thank you. Oh my God.
Yo, you still accepted speech. Whatever.
Incognito, force your hand.
Oh, Lord.
I posted we're gonna announce the guest on Twitter, and when I do that, it has to happen.
It has to happen.
All right, so we do it at the end, right?
Yes, at the end.
Okay. All right.
We're gonna tell who's the guest for Tuesday.
And keep in mind, if anyone here hasn't watched it and you don't want to stay around for it,
Yeah,
I will
full spoiler.
Yes,
I will post it on Twitter before after this is over. I will post it on Twitter before we actually announce it.
Absolutely. So look, we'll get right into it. Obviously, you know what I'm saying.
Let me get these
Super chat. Yes, please.
We have Kadrian Hardy, aka Lord Fozzie, $5 super chat. King of all monsters, all I have to say. Oh, and then I'm sorry, that's the second one. His first one was just a $5 super chat. Thank you, my brother, much appreciated.
And that's Kadeem Hardy.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, it's spelled differently, but
It's Kadrian Hardy. How did you say his name?
Kadeem. I've been calling him Kadeem forever.
He definitely ain't Kadeem.
Somebody's wrong.
I think
Somebody's wrong.
Listen, I said his name like one time, then I'm going to be calling him Fozzie forever.
Just call him Fozzie. Well, somebody's wrong, and I doubt that it's him.
Hey, Fozzie.
Shout out to Foz. What up?
And we got 108 Dragons, $5 super chat. What's good? My brother's addict is hitting his brother with those old school Batman power bang whoop pop.
Yeah, boom pow.
You guys are an all day Kong fan. So sorry.
Normally, I am being a little too hard on him, but it wasn't today. So.
Oh, okay. Normally you do. So are we caught up, so?
Yes, sir. We're caught up.
So look, R&R reviews. You got to talk about it, man. The big matchup. Monster film, Bash of the Titans, you know what I'm saying? So, look, everybody, assuming has got a chance to watch it, including myself, very late. But I want to go around the room, you know, around the table as far as, you know, just our impressions now that we've watched it, how we feeling. It's open form. This is casual, y'all. So whoever want to jump in and get right to it. Godzilla.
I watched it 10 times.
Okay.
10 times. All right, let's go with the 10 times then first.
I watched it 10 times.
I watched it once. Okay.
Yeah.
I need an achievement for that. Yeah.
I don't need I'm not no overachiever.
Oh, you
With
had
one
an
time.
achievement for that.
When it get to my part,
A suffrage achievement.
I'm the dude in the rubber suit dude that's been watching it for so long. I watched the old ones again, and I always compare it to what it's directly linked to. So my impressions of it is I'm blown away. Because when I got a chance to watch the old Toho movies, and I watch them all the time because I have Monster Week anytime I want now. I didn't have to wait till July. That's the only real time. Like, I was really happy for my birthday because Monster Week always fell on my birthday in July. And so now I don't have to. I can have Monster Week all the time. I can have cake and ice cream anytime I want. That's the perks of being an adult. So when I saw this, I was like, I like the differences from Godzilla and Godzilla King of the Monsters. Okay. Because those stories were more actor-centric, more character-driven for the characters outside of the monsters. And the monsters, to me, was just like an overarching part to those movies, right? Like, they were giant set pieces that were used to push the narrative. Now, in this movie, the monsters are the main attraction, and you know the characters are just little set pieces to push the story along, to get it to where they want it to be, like to get them to Tokyo. Right. So normally, you know, everybody thought they might be fighting in New York City. I thought Tokyo was the best setting. It was Tokyo. Yeah, it was cool in the old movie. So it should be Tokyo now. One thing I did notice, I thought this movie was more made for 3D with the high usage of neon, and the blues and the reds. So today, because I haven't did it yet, but today I can force any movie into 3D with my television. So I'm gonna put on those power.
Yes, we know this.
10K, 20K flex. Yes, we heard it.
King.
Yes.
It's not supposed to look like
It's
that.
not supposed to look like that.
Sovereign hates me.
Solve the video file. He does not like
he hates
that.
when I do that crap. But what I'm gonna do is because I have to use a special battery that you have to put in those glasses. So I got the battery from Home Depot, so I'm gonna put it in. I'm gonna watch it in 3D alone today with nobody around with my headset on, and then I'll let the family partake with me later. 'Cause I don't like to be interrupted. But I thought it showed like, okay, so the first Godzilla movie, Godzilla was really slow, and lumbering. The second Godzilla, he was more nimble because he had to fight King Ghidorah, and this movie showed a crocodilian side, lizard side, a more savage, sinister, petty side to Godzilla. He was petty as hell in this movie, and Kong showed a more bipedal type of feel to it. He was a more nimble, more calculating. He did things like he distract Godzilla by throwing the girder to the floor, and Godzilla looked and he was like, dummy, hit him in the head with people's elbow. He did 2 feet.
Yeah, he was mad agile, son, with the joints. Oh, I was like, damn.
It was lit. Like it was the fight that we wanted to see. The CGI, oh God, the CGI was so on point that you got a chance to see Godzilla's gills in his neck. That's my overall impression of it. We can go into details in a second, but you know, I'll hand it over because I'm a little bit too much.
No doubt, Addict or Solve want to jump in. Just initial impressions. Now you've watched it.
As somebody who's again, I'm like King, rubber suit all the way.
See, this is y'all. This is y'all.
Because you remember there were times Monster Week when we were young, right? They always had that Monster Week where they showed them, but they also on Channel 5 when they weren't showing wrestling and when they weren't showing the kung fu flicks, they'd also show the monster flick. So that was the other thing they would show. So besides the cowboy movies, which I didn't like
spaghetti western.
So spaghetti western. I'm not about that.
Not about that.
But so bringing it back to that, I'm like, anybody who watched the original Godzilla versus Kong knows that this is, there's a suspension of disbelief about certain things.
Wait till it's my part.
Now, that said, I agree with King wholeheartedly that this time the monsters were the focus, right? Where in all the other movies, the tone was more serious, which I liked.
Okay.
But the fact that the tone was more serious meant that the actual human characters meant more to the overarching story, and the monsters were this kind of thing that they were trying to control, try to either manipulate, control, whatever the case may be. It was different in this, because in this they're like, we need them to be front and center in order for this story to work. Now, what bothered me about this one is I think they went too far into the comedy where honestly, the human characters didn't matter. Not at all. And I don't mind your 100%, handlebar mustache villain. I don't mind that necessarily.
Okay.
But because all the previous movies didn't do that, and the fact that they took characters from previous movies whose arcs were previously serious and made them into like comic one-offs here, I was like, nah, it doesn't fit. Like they didn't find the middle ground. They went all the way left with it. And so to that end, that part of the story, the whole conspiracy theory stuff, all that stuff, I was like, Apex, and that they went too far with it.
They went left.
That said, the monster mashing, yo, they did it. They did it.
Okay.
Yo, I mean, when it came to Godzilla Kong, that fight, you got your money's worth.
No doubt.
For real.
Lord Addict, I'm very curious about your thoughts on this movie for some reason. I want to know what's your thing. You seemed excited when you told me about it, and you asked me if I was watching it. So, like, what was your initial impressions? Godzilla versus Kong, the matchup.
Well, when I was growing up, I didn't really have this like monster. I didn't even know that was a thing to you guys.
Okay,
me
and you did. I'm
yes,
Addict
we're
today.
old.
Yes.
No, I mean, Cog was there. He just
It was
didn't
around
care
this
about
time.
it. He didn't care about that.
I enjoyed it. I thought it was a great paced movie. Obviously, I thought stuff was conditional and made no sense. Like, they gave Godzilla his little time in the water. They gave Kong his little time in the town because he can move around a lot quicker. So, like, I guess they were trying to be fair. Like, okay, we're gonna let Godzilla whoop upon Kong here, and they because it didn't really feel like it was Kong versus Godzilla. It felt like it was It was Godzilla versus Kong and the humans.
Yeah. Thank you. Oh, wait till it's my turn.
Yes.
Wait till it's my turn.
You needed somebody to tag in.
Oh,
This
boy.
dude had a lot.
Oh, my.
I mean, he had help. You gotta remember, they think Godzilla. They think Godzilla's all of a sudden a villain. All of a sudden, he's an enemy. All of a sudden,
But
they don't know why.
Nah.
They needed to bring reinforcements.
Expound on that, Attic.
Because this is when I get to that.
It's like the scenario where they were. First off, I don't know why. Like, it makes no sense. They're like, okay, we can't move Kong because Godzilla's gonna come. All right, how are we gonna move? By the ocean.
Yeah, the only way Godzilla travels.
He caught him in traffic.
I like how they was like, we went through these cedar block and he ain't in these waters. But the fact that they knew his hood's in the water.
And then later on, they're like, yeah, why don't we just fly him to where we need to go?
I'm like, why y'all ain't do that? Oh, don't get me started.
You know what was hilarious? When they're sitting there on that ship, and they're like, and that little girl comes by, which they don't really ever explain how, like, she just knows things.
The Kong Whisperer.
Whoa,
maybe I missed that. Like, but
she's deaf, so she felt, the vibrations. It's a different vibration. So she like, oh, buddy, that's different.
When she goes up there and she's like, and she's sitting there shaking them. She's like, what's wrong? She's like, I can't remember. It was so whack. But she's sitting there like looking outside, and then they're pretty much like hinting, oh, it's Godzilla, and they act surprised. Like,
no, because they didn't see him on radar though. They was like, what you talking about?
It doesn't matter. You're in the ocean.
Radar though, so you need a deaf person on every ship to say.
Multi-billion-dollar radar, so that don't work.
Hold up. Is Godzilla made out of like mythical stone or something? Like how is a radar just failing?
No, and I'm just in the water though. She lit like that.
And I'm just sitting here like, what Godzilla fought Mechagodzilla, and he's sitting there hitting with all this stuff, and he's doing damage to Godzilla. I'm like, these Predator missiles didn't do shit to you. Like, it's like, how does the Predator missile?
He had Godzilla killing missiles. It was
look. Godzilla had some of the greatest plot armor known to man.
Yes.
Yeah, Godzilla's really impenetrable. Like he's
but Kong got that leg though.
We're gonna get to it.
Kong got that leg.
He got that axe.
He got the axe too.
He got the Kratos axe
from the dorsal fins. From the dorsal fins off the back of his family.
So get the super chat that I'm gonna go to for my friends because we got a lot of super chats.
Oh, let me see. Let me see.
Super chats. They involved.
I separated them. Give me a second. Went away Dragons for $2 super chat. Kong showed his parkour skills. He was out.
Oh wow.
Then we got Best Times Finest, $5 super chat. This movie would have been 30 minutes if the humans didn't save Kong numerous times.
Thank you. Oh, we gonna get it.
We gonna get it. Real Godzilla is that dude. All right, yeah. Dan Lazaro with the $5 super chat. It was the dumbest movie I probably ever watched, and the jokes were terrible and too many humans. Godzilla won though, so I give it a 5
something. If I can hit you on to something, you'll be on to something right now.
Then we have Dan the Man Cunningham with the $5 super chat. Greetings, ILP. Loved the movie, but didn't like seeing Mechagodzilla using Godzilla's face as a squeegee.
He had him.
We'll rub you around the block.
Love what they've done with Kong though. Okay, no doubt, Team Godzilla. Then we have Kedrian Hardy with the $10 super chat. No lazy editing. Kaiju fight at his best. Wide shots, no quick edits. Scaled the fight, well lit. Kong grew up, not a baby anymore. Godzilla was on his petty game after beating Ghidorah. Yeah, after beating Ghidorah, like he was on another level.
He was thugging Kaiju after that. He catch you in traffic, son. He gonna put the beats on YouTube.
And it's probably like the most epic part of that whole movie, man. There's a couple parts. Like I still loved it.
Okay, so you enjoyed it. Yeah.
But I loved when like Godzilla was getting that work. Like Godzilla went from ain't no one can mess with me to like Kong, please
help.
like, you know how quick You know what's funny when they grabbed when Godzilla got destroyed and Kong grabs his arm and Godzilla's like, he awake.
He was dead though.
He was dead.
And that's the thing. Like you talk about, like Kong is definitely like in terms of weaknesses, he's weaker than Godzilla. But they did detonate a nuclear bomb on his chest. Like
yeah. We're gonna get into that. That the homie from True Blood. That's the homie from True Blood.
That's the man, Eric North.
Yeah.
Like, how did you guys feel? Because I thought this was epic, but I did feel like it was a little weird. Like Godzilla got hit with that that axe at full strength because it got charged. Remember, down in the reverse world, whatever.
Oh
the hell
what is it? The hollow earth.
So the axe gets charged, and Kong is giving Godzilla the work with this axe. But he's just like, it's barely going in a little bit. And then when he fought Mecha, he cutting whole limbs off. Well, I don't really like how they did that because I felt like they could have did that a little better. Because I felt like the moment that axe was charged, it was no longer Kong versus Mechagodzilla. It was this axe versus Mechagodzilla.
Axe took him to the next level.
I mean, but you need MacGuffin in order to push the plot point.
Right.
I mean, I understand what you're saying. But
I didn't mind it. I didn't mind any of this because what I really liked is like because Godzilla realized when he shot him that one time he was charging it. He was defending himself. So Godzilla's sitting there like, if I don't help this he
said, I'm dead too.
If I don't help this gorilla, dude, I'm screwed.
Yeah.
And he's sitting there and like he has it like this, and Godzilla's like, I'm gonna charge that.
That's crazy. It was great. So I'll get this with you, then I'll go over this shoot.
No doubt. We have a Rodimus with the $5 super chat. I need Godzilla to have a rematch with Mechagodzilla at full strength. Next up, bring on Ultraman and Gamera.
Okay.
Then we have the homie ACG.
ACG.
What's up,
Salute.
Keep it up, folks. No doubt, brother.
Salute.
I appreciate that.
Much love, bro. Thank you, brother.
Then we have
ACG,
Max.
man, I always say he's one of the realest.
Oh, he the realest. Yeah, he the realest.
No doubt. ILP Scully during this podcast.
Yeah. Shout out to Maddie. Shout out to Defining Duke, man. Fantastic podcast, man. Love it. Absolutely.
Thank you so much.
We got Max.
Max the Lazy Otaku with the $2 super chat. As the man Kanye once said, what's a king to a god?
That's what I came in with today.
That's what you came in with the monster. Everybody know I'm listen, let me get it. Look, King gonna clown me. I'm definitely casual cog in this mode. Like that stuff growing up never really appealed to me. The Monster Week stuff, and I just never got to it. But as King would have me watch this movie.
I was on it.
Yeah, he's like, all right. So I started getting into it, and look, it's overall, it's a fun movie. It's what it is. It is what it is. Here's my thing as the casual observer. Like, to me, I'm like, okay, this is supposed to be the heavyweight matchup. We about to see what's going on, and like from the start of the film, you know what I mean? I'm like, he's like Kong. He's like in like subjugation, like from jump. Like, so I'm like, okay, he not roaming around. Okay, fine. Then like Attic said, they bring him via boat in shackles. So this man is like, to me, it's like the impression.
What, since you brought that up,
yes,
like when Homegirl's like, you gotta release Kong, he's got to defend himself. I'm like, I don't know why this dude's even restrained at this point. Right, the moment you hear Godzilla, let's release this. There you go, Kong.
It was just like I'm sitting there and I'm trying to I'm trying to get into the mythos of Kong. I'm trying to, you know what I'm saying? And it's like he's like literally in slavery from the minute I see him, right? So I'm like, all right, I'm trying to understand. Okay, plot. Okay, and the boat part is when I kind of roll my eyes a little bit because, all right, I do like the fact that they showed his intelligence. Like the sign language with the girl, I thought that was a nice cue. I thought that was cool. Right. So now Godzilla show up kind of for the first time for the matchup, right? This the water scene, let's get it. So I'm like, all right, they got to release him. Okay, they released him, right? To me, it was an automatic L when Godzilla had him in the dope fiend and pulled him under the water.
That's what I was saying, that it was Godzilla versus Kong versus human.
I was like, this is...
The hold on, King.
Go ahead.
If the humans wouldn't have shot those missiles,
He
the movie
did.
would have.
He's a rat. Like, in the
Because
first,
it was crocodilian.
Like Kong was about to be Godzilla food. Okay, like
this man was
and you know how-
food.
You know what's crazy? Like when he was fighting him, Kong knew. He was sitting there like when he got in the water with him and he tried the first time and he got up a little bit and he got up at the top. Kong knew. He was like, the moment he tried to grab me, he's like, this dude about to kill me. Like someone gotta help me. Like,
And it's like, okay.
I just want to say, all the Godzilla movies, we always thought Godzilla held his breath and he came out of water. Right. This movie they literally showed the gills when he was coming up. So you're like, oh, he can breathe that stuff. So I just like that part, but go ahead.
No, I mean, it was just, for me, it was like, I'm looking at the headline and I'm like, this movie should have been over already. Like, he took the L already. The humans had to come and throw a depth charge. And,
but that's not his element. He's out.
All right, I'm gonna go there.
Right.
You right, Solve. You right. So at first I was mad. I'm like, he whacked. Like, he got already body.
Right.
But in his defense, I'm like, okay, well, they setting it up. This is not his element. You know what I'm saying? In the water, whatever.
yeah, he was like, the moment I saw them transporting him, like I knew they kind of ruined that part because in the movie you saw Godzilla was in the water and they came face to face. So like the moment I saw that, I was like, yeah, they're about to fight. Because they showed it in the trailer, and I already knew it was L.
Yeah.
Like,
So I'm like,
already, I was like, he's definitely not doing nothing.
He's not doing nothing. And then I took it to Solve. So I chilled and I said, wait, water element, that's Godzilla, whatever. Right. So now, fast forward, right? Now we in the city, you know what I'm saying? We getting it in, you know what I'm saying? So I'm like, okay, here we go, let's go. And he is getting roughed up badly. And
no, he actually took that win.
He was mixing it up.
No, he actually took.
I don't know,
win.
King.
What you mean win?
Okay, so check it out. The
first.
Did
he get? Hold on. Let me say this real quick. Did he technically get that win? That particular?
Yeah,
time?
he did.
But he spent like he got burnt. He got beat up. Like,
but that's fine. I mean, that's the type of W he's gonna get.
But, so
he's not gonna get an out and out W.
So tell me, King, why you consider that the W?
Okay. Even Eric Norseman said, I'm gonna keep calling Eric Norseman.
The True Blood. That's how I know him from True Blood.
Yeah, I love him as True Blood.
Facts.
But from True Blood. But even he said, okay, I guess round 2 goes to Kong.
Right.
Remember?
Yeah, I remember he said that.
Yeah, and then Godzilla got up, and then Godzilla said, "Oh, he's a different type of kaiju." The gloves is off, and he began to ragdoll his ass.
Yes. And to me, the ultimate, when he had the foot on the chest,
that was disrespectful.
That is, you're gonna submit. You're bend the knee, and to me, I was like, "Oh, that's the."
And the fact that he didn't kill him.
Like, yes.
He said, "You're gonna submit, and I'm gonna walk away and turn my back
to you."
I think at that point, I think at that point, Godzilla's never fought anyone. That I mean, he had to do the nuclear thing to kill the 3-headed thing. I don't remember what that thing was called.
Well, King Ghidorah wasn't from this planet,
right?
Well, you get what he never fought someone on equal ground. That one. Obviously, Godzilla had an advantage, but Kong in that environment was able to maneuver because Godzilla can't do the stuff that Kong was doing.
Right. Well, yeah.
So it kind of equaled it out a little bit, and Godzilla respected him because they went on equal terms, and he was able to do a little damage. Godzilla was kind of shocked. He's like, "Oh,
but see,
he just used that axe. Who gave this man an axe?
What's
he
the
didn't
mythos?
have
Break
it
down the mythos. Break down the mythos.
All right, this is the mythos, right? There's always one king above the kaiju.
Okay.
Now, during their battles between the Kong species and Godzilla species, it's always been a hierarchy. One would lead and the other one would be under, right? So that's what that dynamic is, right? That's what their lineage is. Okay. But between the other kaijus that's up from this planet, it's it's always a leader subordinate type of thing.
Right.
Not to kill them.
Right.
That's not what they did. Right. But King Ghidorah wasn't from this planet.
Got you.
And he was trying to impose, because that's an external threat.
Got you.
Right? When you fight with the homies.
You fight with the homies, then it's like,
I'm not trying to kill you.
I got
you.
You
understand?
Yeah.
You're going to submit.
You're going to submit. So,
right,
but to me,
outside,
I
dude,
agree.
You gotta kill him.
So the way I visualized it with the foot on the chest was you bent the knee, you submitted.
Yeah. And he yelled in his face.
Yeah.
Like,
It reminded me of Spartacus. Remember when Spartacus was losing to Crixus and he had to throw the fingers up?
Yeah,
That's what that was to me. Please, so you can live to another day. And then he just walked off.
I invoke parlay.
I mean, at the end of the day, like, you know, what I liked about it is because let's be real here. Like Kong is a phenomenal, you know, beast or monster, I don't know, whatever you guys like to call these things. Haiju, okay, Haiju, we'll go. Kaiju. He's a great Haiju, but like even from like a standpoint, like he doesn't have the tools. He can't fight long range really without like throwing the only weapon he has.
It's like Godzilla got so many tools. He got like
I think we all knew going into this that Godzilla was going to win this. Like I think we all, even people that was voting Kong was like. It's like they all weren't voting Kong because they thought he was going to win. They were voting Kong because he was the underdog.
There's only one that's been called King of the Monsters. Godzilla's been called King of the Monsters for years, decades.
So that's his title.
So I mean, I'm never the dude that's just gonna go for the dude that's been slotted in the top slot. I'm not gonna do that. So I'm gonna be a Kong dude.
Oh, okay. Oh, you a Kong dude? I'm a Kong.
Let's get some of these super chats before we.
Yeah, we gotta get the super chat. We gotta get the super.
We're about to get deep.
Yeah, we about to get deep now. We got a lot.
We said, hold on. We got Michael, aka Best Size Finest. No, Max, the lazy otaku. As a no.
Yeah, it's Michael.
We got $5 super chat. King, you right. Godzilla was so petty after the fight was over. He turned his back on Kong, yelled at him, and said, "You don't want it."
I slipped off. Yo, he's stupid.
He said he looked at him and said, "You're pardon my back, dude."
Yo, remember that? You're pardon my back.
It wasn't even like that, too, man. Like Kong looked at him, he looked at Kong, and Kong is like. And Godzilla's like, you better drop that axe, man. For real. Just cause like it was like Godzilla was like saying, you better don't get all extra on me because you killed Mechagodzilla. It's like I still give you that work.
But it was a respect again. We'll get to that.
There was a respect there, but it was one of those like I don't think either one of them wanted to do it again.
I agree.
I didn't see that as respect. I really saw that as Kong like this dude gonna whoop my ass again. I'm dropping.
He was like, really? I just helped you.
Yeah. He had that. It was like a little bit of worry, little concern. Like we gonna do this.
It looked like, man, when he dropped that axe and Godzilla went right instead of straight. I think Kong was like, "Oh, I dropped the ball."
Get the super chat. Get the super chat.
We got we said Geek with the $3 super chat. What's a god to a non-believer?
Facts.
Let me get $10 super chat. The only Titan that could beat Godzilla is Mechagodzilla. Kong is a washed-up old gorilla that's past his prime. That's why the god put his foot on Kong's chest. Humans saved Kong twice. He ain't lying.
They saved Kong 3 times.
Look, at the end of the day, regardless what was saved, how it was saved, like I still like the movie because Kong, like at the end of the day, Kong doesn't have long range mecha beams that just melt through everything, and like he used what he had and he used it very efficiently and very well.
Try to get in the mix.
Listen, people talking real wild right now. But people tend to forget in the original Godzilla reboot. The Mutos were giving Godzilla that work. And until one of the Mutos babies were being destroyed and got distracted, that's when Godzilla was able to run up behind them and put them in the dope food. that people don't remember that.
People don't forget they forget the details.
They don't remember King Ghidorah giving Godzilla that work.
Actually, okay, so
King don't like that.
King don't like that. Allow you whole time out. Two things. First, I gotta rebut that whole movie.
You gotta rebut that. You can't have King. You can't have Saul with that Kong talk.
He just finished saying that was true.
No, but it was true. It's a plot point for the movie. But
okay.
Anyway, they always gotta jump my man. That's
so it's like the old kung fu flicks with the old boss where they gotta jump him.
You know how they had to jump my man Master Maul. You know how that go. They had to drink
the white dude with the beard. Man, we used to call him Master Maul.
To be honest with you, King, like I can't give like Godzilla all this plot armor, and then like I mean everyone else all this plot armor, and I get Godzilla like Kong literally hit this man with this beast with an axe fully charged, and the movie's like, you can't cut his leg off. That's not
that ain't happening. You can't have it.
You can damage him a little bit with a fully charged axe.
He wasn't.
But if he lets you cut his leg off,
it's not in Godzilla's contract.
It's not. Yo, you stupid. Somebody had the movie rights to him.
Let's talk about.
Let's focus on soft ass.
Let me first of all, let me talk about King Ghidorah.
Yes.
Godzilla had King Ghidorah beat before the humans interfered.
Well, actually,
and threw that
point.
air oxygen nuke down in the water and killed him and left King Ghidorah going.
One second. Someone put a good point in the chat. They said Kong sat on an island for 30 years scratching his arse while Godzilla saved the world. So like I think that is fair criticism. Like
he ain't been in the gym.
Godzilla
was actually like fighting.
Oh, you gotta get when you get to that super chat.
Yeah, we got massive
from
chat.
Fozzie.
Yeah,
it's one specific one I gotta answer because that's a retcon, Fozzie. But I'm gonna get to that. That's a retcon.
So super chat. You want to answer now or what you want to do?
Let me see.
But your 1 point, the 1 point before we get there, that 1 point with King Ghidorah, if they don't interfere with him, when he got King Ghidorah in the water and he ripped that head off, fight over. Anytime you get in the water with Godzilla, I don't care who you are.
It ain't happen on film, so it ain't happen.
He like Prince Namor in the water.
Look, I gotta disagree with you, King, because we've seen that every time Godzilla gets someone in the water, some humans gonna stop.
They threw to save him.
Humanoid comes in with their own BS.
Get the Tony Play game song.
We got Tony Play game $2 super chat. Kong was a double A. Didn't want to fight slavery.
It looked bad when he was on the boat. It looked bad.
Optics, it was crazy racing.
It was crazy optics, yo.
Yes. Then we got 281G $5 super chat. Good afternoon, Lords. Wait until Godzilla has to fight Destroyer.
Oh, you
this
got
is
one.
The fight I wanted to see.
Hold on. Yeah, you got one non-super chat. I got to shout out the homie Barry. What's the king to Godzilla? I see you, Barry. No, he didn't super chat, but you missed 108. $2 super chat. Oh, shout out to the human, the human ship defibrillator.
Yes, sir.
He's like, facts. Yeah, continue. Then we got
you always got to blow something up.
We got 281 Dean.
281 Dean, $5 super chat. Good afternoon, Lords. Wait until Godzilla has to fight Destroyer. This is the fight I want to see.
Who is Destroyer?
Who's Destroyer?
Destroyer is he's a world beater. He actually kills Godzilla.
Oh.
The Destroyer, that's how they ended the mythos.
Oh, look at Kong. Kong's like, that's a movie.
No, I want to see that. I want to see because Kong did not live up to. I'm sorry, Saul. Your band was. I was very disgusted.
But this is the problem with not watching Kong Skull Island.
Yeah,
right. You got to watch.
I had to watch his journey to this.
Well, he only has that one movie that's specifically him.
But when you have Samuel L. Jackson could take you out.
Samuel Jackson got the business though.
Yeah, but Samuel Jackson. If there's no help again, Samuel Jackson takes out this big 50-foot monster, and that's when Kong was Little Kong, right? Because so you saw the gray hair in his beard, and Kong. Did we catch up on all the?
No, we didn't catch up. We still got.
Let's get those.
Let me get Dan Lazaro $5 super chat. Round 2 never ended. Zilla was playing rope-a-dope. Kong caught L's the whole film.
Nah, Cotton got round 2, man. Stop.
That's what I was saying, man. Like I don't consider technically, I guess that was round 2 because a human ironically said he won round 2. But we ain't gonna act like 2 minutes later, Kong was dead.
Get Fozzie.
Then we have Fozzie, $5 super chat. Kong is still young. Also, you remember slick throwback. They defib Kong. Remember electricity soups up Kong like nuke soup up Godzilla.
Okay, so that's not true. All right. Before in the old movie, they had to give him something. They had to give him a MacGuffin to put him on equal playing field with Godzilla. So in the old movie, he would buy electrical lines and charge up and grab Godzilla and shock him. So
that's probably that video game Rampage. Continue.
It was like that. It was like that. So what they did was they retconned that because that's nonsensical. So they had to give a different plot point and give you a different MacGuffin. The MacGuffin that he got was his ancestral axe. Okay. His ancestral axe was made from the dorsal fins of dead Godzillas. Now, when he's sitting on that throne and you see all those axes that go around, that was the whole lineage of every fight and how many Godzillas that lived. Right. Instead of one Godzilla, remember I told y'all before how I thought the movie was going to go, Godzilla's able to resurrect itself? They took that away. What they're saying is that Godzillas don't resurrect themselves. It's a race of Godzillas that live in a hollow earth and travel that way. We saw Godzilla's world where he lived. It was more Egyptian-like. Yeah. Was worshipped by his people and his side. This where you saw Kong's
side
home where he was worshipped by, and they figured that there was hominids that was there, but they didn't see any at that point in time. So they would get to that point later. But when he sat on his throne, he was king of his castle. That was his castle. And when Godzilla went to go die in King of the Monsters, that was where Godzilla goes to recharge his energies. So you saw both home worlds, they technically their houses. And that's the plot point there. All right. So when they was talking about the energy, those dorsal fins. And I think it's kind of weird because they charge up whenever one Godzilla charges his dorsal fin up to shoot his energy beam. They all charge up. Okay, you understand? So I think when one is about to fight, the whole family can get charged up at the same time. So it was just a nice plot point to see. They took away old tropes and gave you new stuff to it.
Yeah, because if you remember, I think was it in King of the Monsters when Godzilla was badly damaged? Like he doesn't resurrect, but he can recharge. Like he's close to death, and you remember, like I said, Cog, if you see these, it gives more context. They had to go down to where Godzilla lives, which they had never found before, and he was there recovering. They needed him to come back to fight Ghidorah, and they went and they basically Ken Watanabe went and he sacrificed himself to set off a nuke.
Oh, I saw a little clip. Yeah, I know what you're talking about. Wasn't that his son that was put on the Mechagodzilla hat, right? The hat, okay. I did see a snippet of that scene, of an old scene with the father with the nuke in front of. Okay.
Because he believed in Godzilla. Godzilla was here as a benevolent entity.
Got you. So he sacrificed himself for the greater good of the race. Yes. I mean, so let me ask one question before we go at. So again, because y'all got to educate casual calm. So the thing is, this new mythos where they're trying to say like this generational ancestral fight, right? And like this is kind of a reoccurring thing, and then one kills the other, and then it's the next generation. Like that's what they're doing. What this doing?
Basically, yeah. Okay. And they're both alphas of their own races, and that's always been that's like the fight through time immemorial. Is one of them versus the other species
versus McCoys.
Gotcha. The casket. All right, get the super chat. Then we get it.
Okay, we have. Let me see.
Michael Bedster, I think.
We got So you don't remember? Yeah. Michael, aka Best I Finest, $5 super chat. People forget that Godzilla literally was at the temperature of the sun when he was evaporating. Ghidorah also took a nuke to the face and got up. Yes, that is true.
Well, he's born from nuclear.
He's born from nuclear radiation.
Yeah. Don't forget that he was supposed to be humanity's consequence. They just turned it around to make.
They turned it around. Like no jokes here. If you ever get the chance to watch the original Godzilla, Godzilla, that's like a horror movie, and it speaks about like the horrors and the of Hiroshima exactly, and what could come of it. So
got you. Okay.
That's why his skin looks like that, because they wanted to depict the portrayal of how the victims of Hiroshima looked.
Yeah.
Like after, in the like I'm not complete like adverse on the lore.
Oh, you don't know the lore? Oh.
Yeah, I don't know. So like
you give me crap
originally he was born from like radiation from Hiroshima.
Yeah, from the nuclear. He's the consequence of nuclear fallout.
Yeah. Exactly.
That's what they wanted to do, because without being too political,
they would teach a lesson about,
because the movie was wouldn't have been seen. So what they had to do, they had to make because they wanted to bring awareness to it, right?
Right.
So, but they had to make a monster to give the level of fear. That's where Saab is right. They had to make Godzilla a terrifying horror film, and it's a horror film.
It's a horror movie, straight up.
Done appropriately.
That's what's up. That's what's up. Solve some chat.
I'm
sorry, Attic. I
was just gonna say, man, like at the end of the day, there was a lot of plot armors going on here. You know, we pointed them all out, but I think we knew that was gonna happen.
Yeah,
we knew that Godzilla, like if the fight would have went how the fight would have went, he would have died in like 10 seconds.
Exactly.
Like,
that's how I looked at him. I was like, this dude ain't even in the same class.
They're not asking you to think. They're asking you to watch the movie.
Look at the plot armor from Kong. Kong got destroyed in the water.
Yes.
Rightfully so.
That was the funniest part when he took him underneath.
And then second off, like
I love that part.
It's like okay, Kong. They needed to spawn the axe out of nowhere. He had to go to another dimension pretty much to get the axe to even be on ground terms with Kong. And then when he actually hit Godzilla with the axe, it's like Godzilla looked at him and was like, "Oh, that was a lot of wasting time you did, wasn't it? Like the axe didn't help you, did it?"
It knocked him out. It knocked Godzilla out. Bust him. Yeah. When okay, so one guy hits me in the DM and says, "Well, Kong hit him square in the face. He should have split his forehead." Technically, the blast was ending when he hit him, and it really hit the blast. So he gave the last blast, and it was just like a concussive force that knocked Godzilla down, and that's how Kong won that round. Anytime your back hit the floor and you out cold, you're done, son. So I mean, as much as I don't want to admit, Kong got
give it up. You give it up.
Kong got round 2.
Give it up.
Godzilla hit him in the shoulder though was petty when he hit him when he shot the beam and caught Kong in the shoulder. Kong's like, oh God!
As Kong is running away.
But God, did you see Godzilla's face?
That was like Morris Chestnut.
Yeah.
Ricky. At the end of the day, regardless, the giant plot armors that both rightfully got. So I honestly feel like if they didn't want to put Godzilla in any other game or any other movies or anything like that, that axe would have took his leg right off.
Yeah, straight up.
But he's a lizard. He could grow it back.
But here's my question, Saul. I know this your man, but it's like, how they got your man in a Jurassic Park lockdown situation? Like, how is he even in that situation where he's servitude in a fake simulated world? Yeah, that's what pissed me off from the start.
I didn't like the fact that they were holding him with this white glove that, if Godzilla senses him is a wrap for him. And I'm just like, damn, like, and the thing about it is, so, all right, you're protecting him on the one hand. Yeah. Then you go and you expose him in the worst way possible because
they thought they could get there. They thought they had the fast lane.
And then the thing is that you transport him in the worst way possible.
So do you think that, like, in the Battle of Monsters, whatever that movie was called, do you think it would have been cool if, like, Kong randomly showed up there? Like,
oh no. No, see, okay. So you talk about the last movie. They had all the monsters that was there, right? And you saw all the kaiju being woken up, right? That wasn't the main attraction.
Well, I get that, but I'm saying from like a perspective, like, cause Kong's really like the human one. Like he's the human kaiju.
That's why they wanted to be all nice with him.
And I get that, but like to me, I feel like the humans about to get this work. Like they were. If Godzilla would have saved them, the humans would have got that work. Like to me, they would have let Kong go wild in that movie. And the fact that they didn't is kind of a plot armor in itself.
But I think in that movie, they needed to build Godzilla up again. Like it's called Godzilla King of the Monsters, right?
Right.
So they needed to build him up as this solitary
like
force.
5 times a bit. Don't get. You know what's crazy? They built up Godzilla like 5 times, and they put Kong in the stupidest scenario.
I'm gonna keep it a bug though. Ghidorah would have murdered Kong.
He would.
So Ghidorah is that crazy?
He would.
Ghidorah is an alien. Ghidorah
which
is
one
not
Ghidorah? That's the three-headed. Which one?
Three-headed.
Oh, okay.
You never saw that movie, did you?
I don't know about this. I'm casual Cog. I'm here for the show.
Check the last one. All right. So first of all, I'm gonna give a shout out to HBO Max.
Okay.
Right. this movie was released in the movie theaters, and the fact that you signed up for HBO Max, you're able to see this. Shout out to all the streaming services that are doing this, type of thing during this pandemic time, right? So you was able to watch it at the comfort of your home. 17 million new subscribers happened that day, for the Zack Snyder cut. And now we don't know how many people tuned in for Godzilla versus Kong, new subscribers. I think it's thriving. It's a fantastic service.
The thing is, overseas, it's still sold over 130 million in tickets.
Wow.
Yes.
Wow. I didn't know that.
Yeah. It's a smash hit.
It really killed it, and I'm glad.
It's showing that other countries is starting not to take this pandemic.
Yeah, they doing what they gonna do.
But they on their fourth wave. Okay. Anyway,
they're like the movie's worth the fifth wave. Let's go.
They're like Congress. Godzilla.
Get the super chats because somebody said something too that I agree with. Please get the super chats. Please, we gotta get all the super chats.
Okay, so all right, let's before we get there. All right, we're gonna talk about the 3 times that Kong was saved. Right, let's go.
Give me 1 second before
we gotta go there.
Nova said in the chat, he said Kong actively ignored. I'm not even trying to butcher that thing's name. His alpha call. I'm assuming that was like the boss from the last movie.
Well, so
remember he was protected. He's very far away from the rest of them.
Say they gave you the answer for why Kong didn't show up in that fight.
But wasn't there monsters all around the world in the last movie?
So
it reached them all but Kong. Okay.
It reached Kong. It reached Kong, but Kong was already captured by Monarch, which we didn't know that Monarch already had went to Skull Island. They already breached the impenetrable.
Exactly, which is why they had to create that impenetrable.
That was that dome joint.
Right.
Okay.
So they were.
So
they
did all
there.
that to protect Kong. Like
right,
they were trying
because Kong was really the smallest one out of all of them. Remember when the guy comes up and he says, "Oh, he's grown too large over time. You don't think that this environment is sustainable for him?
I remember the guy
We
said
have to think about our offshore viability, off-site viability." And she said Godzilla would send some. And who's that in the chat? That's spamming.
Somebody spamming.
Somebody.
Yeah, they got the mods. Got it. The mods got it.
Okay. That
Addict.
Get him out of here.
Addict. Thanks. Addict.
Yeah. So that off-site viability, and she said that Godzilla would send some, and it would be a death sentence. Now, Godzilla is over 300 feet tall, 300,000 feet tall, something like that. And Kong is only 180. When we first saw him, he was only 80 foot tall.
Right.
So over time he grew that extra 100 feet.
So let me ask you a question then, King. Do you think that Kong should have had another movie before this?
They couldn't stretch it.
That would have been a big stretch because again, it would have been Kong. Kong has to leave Skull Island for Godzilla. Really, there's no reason for him to leave Skull Island otherwise.
I get that, but it's just like they go from being like, it's like I feel like first off, Kong didn't even really. It felt like Kong didn't really have any experience fighting Godzilla, and that automatically put him at the low end. Like,
but he had skull crawlers.
Oh my god! Like I feel like he should have had another movie in some way.
Yeah, if you think about it though, like classically, like. The only rogue in Kong's rogues gallery is Godzilla, whereas Godzilla's rogues gallery is all these other monsters.
All these other bosses and stuff. Yeah, I got you. We gotta get these super chats. Let's get to
let's get to these super chats, and then I can get.
We got Fozzie. He's sick. Oh yeah, I know where we at.
You got it? Okay.
Yeah. So Fozzie, $5 super chat. False King. Remember at the beginning they was fighting the whole time. Opening credits showed that Godzilla and Kong were beating other kaiju.
But it wasn't them.
That wasn't them.
It was their ancestors.
That was their ancestors. We had already addressed that earlier with all the dorsal fins and axes that adorned his throne.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So we got E. Murray.
So then we have E. Murray, $5 super chat. So what's next for this monster universe? Because now King Kong and my guy Godzilla are cool. Well, I don't know about cool.
They're not cool. He's a subordinate.
I can't even front.
I think what this did good is it showed look like. Kong doesn't have to hide from Godzilla anymore. Like Godzilla is I done gave you that work.
He's compliant.
We've established.
He threw up the capital the joint.
He's compliant. He's compliant.
It was like one of those things where it's like I already gave you that work.
No, but the thing is, Kong, Kong is never gonna bow to him. No, like he making his ass whip, but he's gonna keep fighting the bully. Like
we just because he didn't get on the knee, he
Nah,
dropped that
he's
axe.
When the foot was on,
he dropped that axe. He was like, I don't want no more smoke.
Yo, King, what we call it?
No more smoke today.
Let me talk to Saul. All right, Saul. First off, if Kong was about that life and he ain't bound to no one, the moment he pulled up on him, he would have died at the end of this movie. It would have been over.
But the thing is, King, you know what we call it? When you open up, when you all the way when they got you like this and you opened up and the guy and he looking over you like what?
Yeah.
And he dig the foot deep
like,
in him. Like
when
what? Don't
put
move.
Royal under the rope, that's what it was. Like when
you went there.
Oh, why you gotta go for my? Okay. You went for my Roy Jones. That was a low blow.
Talking to him. Godzilla's sitting there talking, it's like, yeah, he ain't doing nothing to me. And he started going towards the water. Kong's like, yeah, just leave, please, don't come back over here.
He looked relieved. He looked relieved.
Swim away.
All right, so that
we still got super chats.
Yeah, we got super chats.
We still got super chats. We keep interrupting.
To the old movie, but that step on the chest, it was significant because anybody that saw Godzilla King of the Monsters know Godzilla can crush your chest, right? So when he stepped on the chest the first time, Kong was like, "Nah, I'm gonna get that foot off."
Yeah.
Then he stepped on it again. It's like,
yeah.
Like I can really
he dug it in. Like he dug it in.
Yeah, like you respect this foot game.
Yeah. And then the sign language girl said his heart is slowing. That's
when he already had his.
She's like, he's out of there.
Yeah, but all right, so. If you watch Godzilla, King of the Monsters, when he stepped on Ghidorah's chest, there was no mercy, you out of here.
Yeah.
And he killed him. That's how.
Okay. So you said it's like a respect thing.
Yeah. So it was you just gonna bend the knee. You know, I'm the boss here.
You work.
You're a worker. You're a worker. You're a worker. So stop trying to act like you pushing weight. You're a worker.
So wait, let's answer the super chat. What's next for the Monster Universe? What do you think is gonna happen next? If they
I don't know nothing about the Monster Universe.
Well, being that
for all I know, they could start playing checkers after this. I don't know.
We got that they didn't have any extra scenes at the end. I believe that they're going to fix it. Let's get the rest of the super Jay Barry.
Yo, bad people. It's a couple I want to answer. We got best stuff.
That makes sense. Yeah, I'll get Barry in a second. Which is true. They keep them separate. Oh, let me see. We have E. Murray, Bed-Stuy finest $5 super chat. Godzilla voices. If he dies, he dies.
Facts.
The Ivan Drago.
Let me get Dan Lazaro with the $2 super chat. The monster in Hollow Earth almost killed Kong. Because remember when they did little snake put the thing in it and put the mask over his face? Got you again.
Oh God. I just got it.
Then here come the humans shooting this stuff off, and I'm like, here we go.
Kong was I've been dogging Kong this whole time, but Kong was put in that situation because he was saving.
Yeah, and this is another thing. Like they keep putting this man in dangerous situations.
He thought he was hot when he swung the one dude around. He's like, yeah, this is what. Oh God.
Oh God. Yo, he thought he was hot for 5 minutes on that block.
These watts is real. These watts dudes is real.
Yeah. He's sitting there swinging. And he's like, I just got my ass beat by
it was the way that the monster put the thing over his face to show.
When you saw his face in between the skin of it, he's like, oh God, it's real.
He's like, I'm going down.
Waterboarding. That's horrible.
Did somebody shoot this off?
Yo, they said, okay, then we have Fozzie, $5 super chat. The storm took over the island. It killed everything except Kong and the little girl. Kong protected. Yeah, that's why the little girl is the Kong whisperer. Then we got DJ Birdo, $5 super chat. Y'all done did it now, and I speak for every lord in the chat. We're going to need an MK.
Okay.
Oh, this is coming.
This is coming. Yeah.
Yo,
thank you, King, man.
All of that.
King gets the achievement.
At this point, man, we might as well get
actually, y'all be leaving me. I'm the one that said it. I'm the one that said Roundtable Reviews need to come back.
Oh, my bad. Solve get the achievement, y'all. Solve get the achievement.
Yeah, but I'm the one that pushed Sunday. That's all.
You're the one that forced us to do it today.
Yeah. That's the only reason why, that's beautiful, though. That's the only reason why, we pushed it. I just pushed it for today. We could have did this exact
we could have.
and we did that on Assemble's channel.
Yeah.
You know, so if y'all want to see another Roundtable review, we did one with I think you really need to go watch that.
Yeah, I was good. The one we did was Assemble was lit.
Assemble was lit. Assemble was lit. And Mortal Kombat's gonna be it's feelings in Mortal Kombat.
We doing Falcon and the Winter Soldier stuff, or we wait until after the whole thing?
I'm not caught up.
Okay.
Let's wait for after.
Let's wait for after because every episode's a lot.
We do the whole thing in its entirety.
Okay.
And for the most part, like we probably will keep this just us four. We won't really have guests for these things.
Yeah, no guests.
Let's keep it us. Yeah,
let's keep it tight.
Whatever.
This is my god. Okay, hold on a second.
we did Fozzie.
Oh, we
DJ
got
Burrow.
Yeah. We know we got
$5 super chat from Jabari.
No, y'all missed. DJ Birdo Dose.
No, I just.
Oh, you got that? Okay.
Y'all done it now.
Okay, yeah, you're right. My bad.
We got Bari, $5 super chat. Solved. There's a reason Kong was shown swinging in Hollow Earth. He bowed. This Godzilla so famous.
Bari, this is yo. Shout out to What Up PlayStation. I was on their podcast yesterday. Yo, they got a great podcast. Shout out to Shaun. They got a great PlayStation podcast.
And you know, I listened to that, and I want to just say something real quick about like Jabari, our chat. Like, I know that you feel like because you the PlayStation dude, like that you gotta like be wary on what chats you speak in and stuff. But like our chat isn't going to block you because you have opinions.
Nah, he's good. Look, if Christopher Hawker running here.
All right, man. Listen, right now y'all in a position where we Godzilla and y'all Kong. We done stepped on your
I'm done. I knew you was good.
This is why you don't want to come into our chat.
On the serious,
I already shot you in the shoulder. I'm just walking away petty with it.
Jabari said in that in What's Up PlayStation. Shout out to that. Definitely go watch that. But he said that he'd be in the chat. He'd be scared to talk sometimes. It's like, dude, like if anyone unjustly like mute you or something like that, just hit me up. Like, you can talk.
Nah, like, Barry the homie, man. He can pull up in.
And you a mod, so you can't really be touched anyway.
He's not disrespectful.
Yeah.
This is what I like about everybody here. Regardless to what I mean, I sometimes I see other people chat and I just don't. I'm just like, wow, y'all just wild out there.
Facts.
But over here, you guys are really respectful, and there's no cursing at each other and stuff like that, and no remarks. But this ain't about that. This is not about video games. Yeah. This is about the one-on-one. Well, actually, the one on 20,
I get that. I was just
1 on 23.
I was just stating that. That's all I was doing.
Godzilla got to get jumped.
Well, we caught up with some chats. I got a question for y'all.
Yeah, we're caught up.
So the question I got for y'all is, from what y'all explaining, obviously this is more built up for the matchup, and the monsters took more of the stage, which I'm feeling all of y'all kind of felt good about this. So I want to talk about the human side, you know what I'm saying, for a bit, and the plot points there. Like, how was y'all feeling it about that? And like, was it that homegirl from Stranger Things was in there too? Or what's up?
Yeah, Millie Bobby Brown.
I
feel
like her whole arc was useless.
Her name is Millie Bobby Brown.
Like, she could have her and her group, besides the little pouring the water and the thing, like they could have been out of this movie and it would have been.
And this is what bothered me, because her character, right? Her character, she's the daughter of two researchers who in King of the Monsters they were introduced, and they were introduced with a backstory that didn't happen in the previous movie. So basically, they lost their son during the original Godzilla movie, the 2016-2014 one, right? So after that, they became part of that shadow sort of organization, Monarch, to try to sort of follow Godzilla and sort of study him, or whatever the case may be. Right. So she lost her brother in that, and in the other movies, like, her parents have significant sort of roles in what happens with Godzilla and the return of the other Titans and all that stuff. So it's like her role was more serious. And they turned her into a joke in this movie in a way that they went too far with it. They went too far with it for me.
The conspiracy theory thing?
Yeah, the dude with
the podcast dude.
Yeah, I was just like, because the thing is,
I felt like that was.
They introduce him and they're like, "Oh, I lost my wife and this, that, and the other," and that is all thrown under the rug. It doesn't mean.
He kind of annoyed me. I ain't gonna.
You know what's crazy? They put. What I really wasn't feeling is he had that segment, like, he is like, the biggest thing that I was really annoyed with is he had that flask that had the alcohol that his wife gave him, and they made that like such a a memorable thing, man. This dude's about to like drink this because he thinks he's about to die, and they're just gonna let the fat kid.
But he took
like,
it, just splashed it over the top.
Yeah,
and I'm just like,
he was
I'm like, that
the
was
fat kid
supposed
the
to be
whole time.
symbolic. And
Yeah.
I'm just like, and you're gonna just like I wasn't feeling that. I was like,
Yeah.
there was 100 different ways you could have done about taking my man's alcohol.
Nah, take his alcohol. Don't let him get whiskeyed up on the job.
Yeah.
We out here trying to find solutions. You trying to get wasted.
Hey, Delilah. She said, I guess I missed the spoiler cast. Delilah in the title.
It's in the title, Delilah. We gotta get you. We gotta fraud alert you.
Yeah, hold on. Anybody in here talking about? Oh, they telling the movie.
No achievement.
It's for you. You have got the new achievement.
I do feel like.
Shout out to Delilah. That's the homie.
I do feel like because obviously they kept Kong alive. Because what my original worry about this is they were going to introduce Mechagodzilla like in the middle of their fight, and they wouldn't finish their fight. You know what I'm saying? Like,
he had to come.
That's what I enjoyed. I enjoyed that they actually showed it like a winner. Like Godzilla done made him submit because you know he was sitting there like having that I ain't doing this, and then Godzilla put his foot on his chest, and Kong's like, yeah. I
think I'm gonna go die now.
Just do.
So I really enjoyed it.
Lay here and let my
I really enjoyed that they had a conclusion to their fight before they brought.
I did like that.
Okay, well, all right. First, let's give the director respect because he said
he did a really good job.
Yeah, everybody.
Regardless of the picks we
have, your IPS is high. Addict.
Yeah, he said.
Let him talk, man.
The director said that it will be a concise winner. There will be a winner. There won't be any ambiguity. Say it, Sovereign.
Ambiguity.
Thank you. It's thank you. Ambiguity. I have a problem with that word.
You good.
But there won't be any vagueness in the winner because in the first Toho movie they had two shots. They had one for the Asian market and one for the American market where Godzilla swam away because they fought underwater. They went underwater and fought, and Godzilla swam away in the Asian market one, and King Kong swam away in the American market one. So there was no concise winner. He said, no, there will be one king at the end of this. Okay. And you know, we got Godzilla as the pure clean cut victor. And of course, we're going to give a lot of concessions to Kong.
Right.
Kong wasn't as versed as Godzilla in fighting. Right. You know, Kong fought only the skull crawlers that wiped out his whole family. So as a child, he's been terrorized by this one kind of kaiju. And then, excuse me, the next kaiju he does meet in the inner world, the Hollow Earth, is he wins one fight and then he gets wrapped up like a mummy and almost dies. So the next time he does see the next kaiju, which is Godzilla, he's like, okay, let's go. I'm gonna pull that all out. I'm gonna give all this work. And he goes in and gives the work and he gets worked as well. Right. I thought that was the most vicious Godzilla I've ever seen in any movie because he got dirty with him.
Yeah.
Because it was a point where Kong did the parkour and he jumped on this, and he's doing that and he's giving him the people elbow and he's actually throwing them to the ropes and he's coming back and giving them the arm slam. I'm like, yo, Kong is crazy. Kong is doing crazy moves. And then Godzilla said, all right, I'm gonna beat you something terrible. He threw his arm, he caught his arm, ripped it out of socket, and dragged him with the socket all over the floor. And Kong is trying to get away, kicking his feet like, no, please, Kong. He grabbed him by his foot and started to mangle his feet. He got one scratch mark. He said, nah, I'm gonna tattoo you, homie. Both nipples was on fleek. He ripped off both nipples. Had Kong underfoot, and that's a nice winner. He killed Kong because if that ship does not land on Kong,
fact.
Dead.
But if True Blood ain't show up with the defibrillator, it was a wrap.
Well, you know, True Blood,
I did
coward.
They kept calling him coward. Yeah.
I did like how they gave like Kong a little redemption and let him be the one.
They do it. That was a good redemption. I did feel
because like I assume you know, any type of mecha is like the one that always beats the original. Like,
Yes.
I don't know Mechagodzilla, but I'm assuming Mechagodzilla always gives Godzilla the work.
Yo, so we gonna talk about when Godzilla got punched in the face by Mechagodzilla.
Yeah, let's get to
But
that.
I do
we
wanna
really not talking about Mechagodzilla.
I do want to state that, man. Like, I don't want this being mad long. Can we like end this at like 2:30?
Yeah, we go. No, we go. But we got to get Mechagodzilla again.
The Mechagodzilla thing, right? What did y'all think about the straight ripoff?
I didn't like how
the Pacific Rim ripoff where they used the mind of King Ghidorah to pilot
first
Mechagodzilla.
First, let's say this. You know, that's one universe, right? The Pacific Rim universe is this same universe.
Really?
Is it?
Yes.
Okay. Confirm?
No, this is the same. This is the same.
So
thing.
the kaiju's they fight in that.
No, but that's in the future.
Okay.
Oh, so in their future, Godzilla and King Kong and all of them lost, and now they took over the world
by this time.
You know what would be crazy if they didn't die and they do like a crossover,
like a Pacific Rim.
Yeah,
I like it. Those are the Titanfall dudes, right? They got the Titan machine.
So
the ones you have to fight in pairs.
Yeah, like what was the thing with the kaiju where they come out of this black hole or something like that?
Yeah, well, they're coming from another dimension.
Right, there you go.
Right,
they're coming from the Hollow Earth.
No.
It was like the same thing, wasn't it?
No. It's so when you go into that portal where they're coming from, they're coming from another dimension, and they go into the Pacific Rim. If you watch Pacific Rim 2, they go in there and they detonate the nuke because they was trying to send them all over at that time. But this is the same universe. You know, that's why they call them Mutos because or kaijus. You know, well, the Mutos is the other kaiju. They call them kaijus for that aspect to keep the lineage going through, right? So this is earlier on. That's future tech.
I heard Mike said, "No, I think King got that info from a PlayStation Insider."
So
that got King.
The tech that you've seen here is tech that they're gonna bridge later because he wasn't strong enough. They needed two people in order to control a mech of that size. Okay, right. So that's where that whole Pacific Rim
thing. That's their mythos and lore.
That would make sense, and it's kind of weird that they went that direction. They might be doing a crossover in the future. Like,
so that might be the thing.
Okay,
but
Mecha.
All right, so Mechagodzilla. I'm glad they didn't do old school. Slow Mechagodzilla. I just got rockets and I shoot. He had to be a super threat in the form that he can challenge two alphas and he can beat them individually, kill them off. Right? He was designed to kill Godzilla.
Well, he could have killed them both. If Kong would have had that axe.
If it wasn't for the
then they shut down the power thing or something too. But then continue.
Yeah. So when he punched Godzilla in the face. Because it's the first thing Godzilla came out, and Godzilla like, yeah, what's up? Because he busts out the building and said, yo, hold on. When he came out the building, like, yai, and Joe's out here fighting. I was like, oh, okay, he gonna get straight to it. Yeah. They made him more agile. They made him more robotic in the sense that he can do different things because he is a robot. He shot the rockets at him, but when he charged his arm up and gave him a thunder punch to the mouth,
yes.
And Godzilla fell back like, oh, how many people in here got punched in the face so hard that they saw spots? And he was on the floor and realized, oh, I'm in a fight.
I'm in a fight.
Different type of fight. And I said, when he got hit, I said, it took me back to when I got punched in the face. And I was like, oh, he got hit like that. Because you think you're the man until you get hit like that. You get hit in the face, facts.
Yeah. So they was a great fight. In these super chats, man, I'm learning more for these super chats.
Yeah, I'm learning so much. I'm learning so much.
So let's get to the super chat.
All right, so we got, I guess,
we going. Let me see. Yeah, Best Stars Finest. $5 super chat. I'm a Godzilla fan, but let's be clear, Mechagodzilla was on a whole other level. On God and them, this dude was a UFC fighter. Respect Mechagodzilla. Yeah, he was agile. They could have. Yeah, if they went the other route, it would not have been a good look. Then we have Chill Walker with the $5 super chat. I want to thank Phil Spencer for convincing WB to put their content day and date like Game Pass.
Y'all messy. Y'all want that game talk.
Y'all really do want
that game talk. Tuesday. We got y'all.
And
There
if you
we
say
go.
his name, say it right. Phil Dominus Mac.
Here in 15 minutes, you guys will say
we got
gas.
15 minutes.
Yeah. Then we got best.
Then we got Best Size Finance again, $5 super chat. King, can we say this was a King Ghidorah rematch in some way because they were using King Ghidorah as a mind to power the Mechagodzilla?
No.
Yeah.
King doesn't agree.
We're not.
No, I don't.
It's a whole different. Ghidorah could fly.
different,
Oh,
Ghidorah. I mean, yeah. I
So
don't
he
know.
coming then. All right.
Yeah.
He did.
He did.
Then we got
And we have
Dan,
Dan
my
Lazaro,
man.
$5 super chat. When Kong's arm was dislocated, he pulled the rigs from Lethal Weapon to fix his limp arm.
Yo,
Yeah.
that was awesome. He threw it in.
Mashed
like,
it.
I'm back in the game, baby.
E. Murray.
Then we got E. Murray, $5 super chat. Pacific Rim Dimension is where King Ghidorah comes from.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
But is it, or they said he's an
Nah,
alien from outer space?
He's an alien from outer space, and but
It's
I'm
hard to
pretty sure
tell. Like
they're
they
gonna
could
link
do
it.
that easy though.
Yeah, they're
Yeah.
gonna link that.
They could act like that's a dimension to the place where they're from, and they're
Yeah.
from another place on the universe. Like,
Yeah, and
Yeah.
they're trying to get revenge for their fallen homie.
So they have,
y'all out here killing my kaiju.
my people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm back, baby.
They have not explained the whole universe connection, so Kong vs. Godzilla was the setup. Yeah. It was weird that it didn't have, if it's a setup, that they didn't have some sort of post-credit scene or anything like that. There was
Yeah.
nothing that really
I
leads
think
into something
COVID
else.
had a lot to do with
To
that.
do with it, yeah.
And that was my worry with this movie, right? That it was gonna be like the CG wasn't gonna be great. I was like,
oh, it was on point.
Yeah,
Oh, it was
CG
on
good.
point.
CG was good.
But it was just, you just worry about a movie that's finished during COVID,
Yeah.
what the production value is gonna be.
So I know
like-
Mortal Kombat is gonna be lit.
Yeah.
No doubt.
I feel like this monster universe is about to be big, man. Like I
Yeah.
really do. Like they're getting really good. Like
No,
Yeah.
you're definitely getting good. I want to finish King's thought on the Mecha, so everyone's thought on the Mecha, because I definitely want to. I don't think we touched on it enough.
Yeah. Okay. So, my thoughts on the Mecha. I thought they did it really well. I thought they had to show that there was nobody in control from the rip, because usually what happens is they lose control mid-fight or whatever. The same tropes. No, from the rip, he was let loose,
Right.
and he was just tearing stuff up. They showed that the powers that he was using, the energy that was used to power him, was the natural fusion energy from Godzilla himself. So they was able to formulate that, synthesize that, and then inject that into him to give him full strength, because anytime he did use it, it was he would power down because he used it so quickly, the natural energy that we did have. I gotta say this, just to let you know how weak the skull crawlers were compared to a true alpha kaiju as like Godzilla. Those skull crawlers were weak, because when they had a full-grown skull crawler come out to fight Mechagodzilla, he just grabbed him by the arm, stepped him off, and cut
that
him
was
in
it.
half,
Got him out of there.
right? And Kong was in a do-or-die battle with a full-grown adult skull crawler. But this is again
The
this is
levels.
different,
It's the levels.
right?
Yeah.
It's levels to this, and I think we'll see Kong Hollow Earth next,
Okay.
where we can see Kong actually ascend to that King Kong name, because he still ended it off with Kong.
Okay.
Yo, that's true. They have not necessarily called him King Kong per se.
Right.
What's the distinction
suppose-
then? Yeah, I'm sorry.
supposedly doesn't he have like armor and stuff. Like
No.
like
Yeah.
Now,
What?
I was told that he gets armor, like in the lore of Kong.
Well, in the comic books.
What's the determination to make him King Kong? What's
Well, I'm
the
just saying, like,
distinction?
if they
to
made a
conquer, like,
determination,
King
if
Godzilla.
Probably just
their plan
experience.
is a lot, right? If their plan is this long overarching
Mythos.
story, right? Then yeah, building him up to be Kong is like, Lara Croft becoming.
Oh, okay. The Tomb Raider. Okay. So,
you know what's
so this is a soft boot. Like school me. Like
They're 4 movies in now, right? They're 4.
Yeah.
Is it 4 movies in now?
Yes,
So I mean, yeah, if they want to continue this and they want to continue that mythos, like you said, the Hollow Earth thing, I think they can definitely do it, and there's more they could do with these characters. But
and plus he's getting experience fighting.
Yeah, he would get
fighting
the
these monsters.
experience.
So then-
fighting
Like
the kaiju
Godzilla was
down
the first big boss he fought ever.
So
He
then
fought
he
the
get a
God
pass.
first.
So then he get a pass. Then I'm going too hard on him. Then in that sense, if this is
Look.
he in rookie mode,
there. Yeah, he's training up. Like his
That's the reason they kept him alive.
Yeah, his first real scene of a second type of Muto was, kaiju was the snake one that was flying.
Right.
So he didn't interact with a flying kaiju ever.
Mm-hmm.
And then he defeated one but got wrapped up by the next one.
Keep making it.
And, you say he's learning down there.
Okay.
He's growing because on that island, he was king on that island. Right.
Yeah.
So, but he almost died to the skull crawler that had him until the help came and stuff like that.
Right.
But
the help.
But now he has to be able to hold the fight on his own without any shenanigans. No shillelaghs from under the rope. None of this stuff. None of these foreign objects in the ring. He got to be able to hold a card by himself. So I think Kong Hollow Earth is where he would get the name King Kong.
But hold on, Nova. Shout out to Nova, one of our best mods. He said, I don't think they could call him King Kong for licensing reasons.
Oh, probably so.
Maybe. Okay.
Probably so. I mean, but probably by that time they sort that stuff out.
Okay.
There's too much money involved.
Got you.
Yeah.
At this point in time, it's a ton of money involved.
Right.
So they probably wanted to see what this movie does in a pandemic, what this movie does on this streaming service, what happens here, and this is a step in the right direction for everything. Because the last Pacific Rim movie, I think it did record numbers in that aspect. Godzilla, more interest in Godzilla than ever before. With Netflix shows and Pacific Rim having those cartoons. So I say they cultivate the Kong licensee, go into the Hollow Earth. He can have him fight different Mutos there.
In Hollow Earth,
in the Hollow Earth as he learns his craft. Because you saw him being a little bit more agile. He had larger open spaces.
He was there at the end of the movie.
Yeah.
Shout out my man Dick. Anyone listen to Simon Says by Pharaoh Monch afterward. Dun 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 dun. Yeah, what you know about that?
Let me go ahead and post on Twitter for people to start getting in here.
What? We posted again?
We're still ending this at 2:30.
Oh no, I thought you meant you posted again. Sorry. Okay. Solved. I want to get you on the your thoughts on Mecha and stuff like that.
Yeah, like I said, to me, I like the fact that they made him more agile. Like if you watch the old movies, he's just literally like a stiff robot with he's like a war machine basically. Like he's War Machine but the stiff robot.
Right.
So the fact that they made him agile and they made him be able to take on these two Alpha Titans, they needed to do that. And I think that's the benefit to having these type of movies come out now in a time where CGI is so prevalent and good CGI is prevalent, and you can make these things come to life like anything else in the way that we imagine them when we're young, right? When you're young, you can get over the fact that they're men in rubber suits and whatever. Like, you get over that. But now, like you need to be wowed, and I think they're doing a great job of it because it could have come off cheesy. To me, my thing is I think they need to rethink the comedy angles in this. Not to say that the comic relief isn't good, but in the other movies, as serious as they were tone wise, you did have the little joke thrown in. You did have the character that was kind of the butt of the joke all the time or whatever, the kind of the punchline guy. But it was never to this extent. And I think like for somebody like you that came in and just watched this one, certain parts of it will leave a nasty taste in your mouth in comparison to the other movies.
Right.
Like if you really into the action, you will love it for its action.
Yeah,
but I really do think you need the context of the other movies to see why they got to this
I've
point.
seen them, but it's been so long.
Yeah. And they really do follow kind of one behind the other. So, but I enjoyed the Mechagodzilla. I enjoyed everything they did, even with my man taking the L, because he was gonna take that L. I knew that.
Yeah, we knew. It's like I said, we knew there's gonna be some kind of plot armor. Like the good thing is, I was worried about a couple things. Is I at least there was some form of explanation. It was still plot armor, but it's not like Kong just miraculously started like going Super Saiyan. At least everything happened in the movie is in some realm of possibility. It's just there's a lot of variables that need to happen. And I'm glad they didn't do Kong's about to win or Godzilla's about to win and Mechagodzilla shows up out of nowhere and they look at each other and like, okay, we got to fight him now. So
no doubt. No, I mean I'll jump in.
They got a clear-cut winner.
Yeah, I don't know. We wrap it up, but yeah, I thought overall that Mechagodzilla thing was dope because it gave. I think Attic mentioned it. It gave Kong that victory that I felt like needed to kind of like turn the tide and then come together. You know what I'm saying? So put it this way, I like that we got a conclusion to the fight. Right, with a winner. So they didn't play us that way. You know how some movies play us and then you don't get it. You know what I mean? Yeah. So we got that, and then we got to team up, classic trope kind of thing. And I thought it was dope. I thought the CG was fire. I like what you said, King, how he was untethered from the rip. So I want to see what he could do. He was roughing Godzilla. He was dragging Godzilla. Like when he grabbed the head and he squeegeed his face against the buildings and he was doing anything Godzilla had, he had an answer for. He was there was no way Godzilla was beating that. Like it was
I like the scorpion tail too.
Yeah, the tail.
The scorpion.
It was crazy.
I think one of the biggest issues is just Mechagodzilla was designed and programmed to fight Godzilla.
He was
programmed to fight some random Kong that's been put under some random like dome that like 10% of people knew about.
We get it.
And then especially the axe.
The axe was definitely a game changer.
They made that Mechagodzilla to withstand like any elements on Earth.
Right.
Well, the axe is not from Earth.
Right. Because
technically the axe is from Earth. It is from the dorsal. Now we know how strong the dorsal fin on Godzilla is.
Yes.
Yeah. Like especially when they're charged up. So that's another MacGuffin that they can explore. You saw how many axes Kong did have at his actual throne.
At the ancestral crib.
He has them to spare.
Yes.
You understand? Like there was enough Godzilla that was murdered by the hands of his people. But that place did collapse upon itself.
Yeah.
So maybe that's that source of weaponry is
might be gone.
We gotta see. Look,
only one axe that he does have is the one that's left over. I thought to end my thoughts on it. I actually thought the buildup was greater than
the fight,
the actual release, because I thought
the buildup of the film. Sorry,
right. But again, I gotta say this because the tones, like Sovereign was saying in the other films, was really serious,
right? And
it was character driven by the human elements to it. But this was driven by the animalistic nature of the monsters, and I felt that they depicted each monster to their characteristics, to their essence, and they showed more diversity in any Godzilla film that I've ever seen as far as Godzilla goes. Like Godzilla always had a mode where he can fight. He had to get dirty with Kong. He had to get down on the ground with Kong, and he had to just really pull out all the stops with Kong to exert his superiority without actually outright killing him.
Right.
So it was like, I'm big brother, you're gonna respect this hustle right now.
Right.
You're gonna lay down, you're gonna bend the knee, and he was yelling and Kong is like,
let's get these super chats to start closing this.
Let me close on my thought that you keep interrupting. Thank you. So I know it's when it's my time. He just keep going over me. I can't get my. Let's go. Yeah, but you like, let's go down when Kong's about to give his closing. All right, then we can go. Like I said, with the Mechagodzilla, it was dope. I love that conclusion. And listen, I ain't gonna hold you. I'm not really into these type of films, but I will say, I understand why y'all get into the spectacle. Like it's a spectacle. It's boxing. It's like your man versus this man. We want to see the matchup. Oh, but your man got help. If he wouldn't have won here, so I get it now. Now I understand why these things are, and for that, it's like I'm not gonna take it as serious as I always take, because I came into some like I was expecting this, this theatrical thing, and I'm like, no, this is rock'em sock'em robots, and just get out there and mix it up. But otherwise, I did enjoy that aspect of it, and looking to see if they continue, the mythos. Let's get the super chats and get out of here, so Attic can cut my
you know what is funny though? I'll say this real quick is, how is it that whoever's making these monster movies, they're building they're taking the time to build a better universe than DC does?
You're savage. Yeah, messy. Anyway,
and it's Warner. It's funny because it's Warner. We have Fozzie $5 super chat. Agreed, King. Next movie, Kong should be ascending to his throne. And we'll see if it happens. Then we have Crazy Horse, $5 super chat. In the 1962 crossover, Kong was the first and only monster to beat Godzilla.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay.
Then we got Best Eyes Finds, $5 super chat. King, once again, if it wasn't for the human saving Kong, Mechagodzilla damn near killed him with his tail, the story would have been all over.
This is true.
Shoulda, coulda, woulda. It ain't happening.
He riding for his man. I respect that.
I'm not gonna confirm or deny that footage is on the cutting room floor. Then we got Fozzie, $5 super chat. Kong about to turn into a Hammer brother.
We all cut up?
I believe so. Yeah, we good.
Right, no doubt. So look, man,
let's see who we got on Tuesday.
Yeah, so good for everybody in the realm, you know what I'm saying, to pull it up for this R&R, because obviously we would have
Hold up, real quick.
Sure.
Let's talk for 2 minutes. I want people in the chat to put who you think we're having on. I want to see a couple guesses. Now, you can obviously go ahead and start doing it, but I want to see people's thoughts on who they think we're having on before they know who we're having on.
Yeah, Hustler Motivate. He said what time?
5 p.m. Tuesday.
5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on Tuesday. Nano said Major Nelson. Well, okay. Phil Spencer. They went Phil Dominance.
First person to say it, you getting a code.
Sarah Bond, that's a good choice. Yeah, we want.
Yeah,
we
Sarah Bond would be nice.
We would love Sarah.
Yeah, absolutely.
The Rock and Jay Leno.
The Rock and Jared
Leto.
Yo, Macho said Jim Ryan.
Jim Ryan would not come here.
If y'all heard Cog on Barry's
don't
show,
look. Hold up, real quick. If it does show up in the chat, do not say anything because I want Cog to be able to say.
There you go. There you go. R&RD got that right.
Yeah, okay. Got a lot of good choice. But look, like I said, we did this. Jason Rado. We already had Jason Rado, but Jason Rado will be back in the realm, though. Shout out to that.
Reggie.
Jade Raven. No doubt. Kong. Yo, y'all stupid.
I did put in an order to have Kong come on the show, but right now he's in rehab fixing his broken ego.
Listen, so look, at the
end of Obama.
Oh, yo, they out of control. I can't with those. But look, like I said, we did a special episode. Shout out to King again for still doing this one because obviously our special guest could not do this one. But it's Tuesday, 5 p.m. Eastern. Very special in the realm. The legendary from Last Stand Media's own Colin Moriarty will be in the realm. Tuesday, 5 p.m. Eastern. Big show. A lot of stuff to talk about. Obviously, everyone's waiting for the king. They want his bars on that. But we are going to deep dive. We're going to talk about some PlayStation. We're going to talk about everything that y'all want to talk about, man. So tune in. Special edition. It is going to be lit. And again, thank y'all for pulling up today because y'all knew we wasn't going to do an official show, but y'all still pulled up for the special edition R&R. So that's what I got. Let's do our outros real quick. Addict. Where can I find people? Find you? What you got going on, sir?
You can follow me on Twitter, Lord Addict ILP. Definitely go there and follow me on Twitter. I'm trying to hit that 3,000 followers. I'm like 600 or 6,000 away. So we doing future goals.
Away from 3,000. You said you're 6,000 away from 3,000.
You're negatives.
Right now I'm sitting at 24, so I'm like 600. I was joking.
Oh, okay.
But all right. So first off, King and me will be streaming A Ways Out again tomorrow.
A way out? No.
Yeah.
Nah, man.
No. You mean it takes two?
What time, King?
Yeah, reviews
Same
up
time?
on Lord's
Same time
Gaming.
last week?
I got some stuff to do tomorrow, but that's at 9, a.m. in the morning. Then I gotta hit the gym.
Is that good?
Probably a little bit later.
4 p.m.
Probably like 4 p.m.
All right, so 4 p.m. we're gonna do it. Keep in mind.
Watch Twitter. We'll tell you.
Yeah, I am bringing Addict Show to this channel, so keep looking out for stuff like that. I was, because of everything going on, I'll probably delay mine from tomorrow to next week. And it's like I said, we're gonna have Colin on Tuesday. Now, obviously, this is a really good time to have Colin to have his perspective on some of the stuff happening on PlayStation right now. So definitely look out for that, man. It's gonna be a show, man. It's gonna be a show.
Absolutely. Lord Solve. Where can I find people? Find you? What you got going on, sir?
Nothing, man. Just chilling. I got a few more days left of vacation, and then it's back to work. But excited for Tuesday. Always been a fan of Colin's work, so to have him in the realm is going to be very fun, very interesting to have this man on. His perspective is he has a very cool perspective on the games industry, and he's been around for a long time. So especially since we don't get PlayStation centric people on, it is going to be it's a great time to have somebody like him on and talk about what the hell's going on over there.
Absolutely. And of course, the king, pull it up, getting the Lords together. We gave him his achievement early. You know what I'm saying? Where can the fine people find you, what you got going on? And thank you again for making us do and bring back the R&R.
This was not changing the time was genius.
Was genius, yeah.
It was fun. It was a fun thing. Our body's already acclimated to it. We never miss. We always hit our target. We wanted to give you something light, fun, and a little bit different, you know, and also talk about current events because we all, you know, live in a society. Anyway, but if y'all know what I'm talking about, but this was fun, and to see the turnout for the people that was here. Also, like, follow, and subscribe. Let's get those likes up. So let's share this stuff out. Remember, it was a Spoilercast, so I'm sorry if you walked into the fight, but please read before you walk in the room.
and we will be doing one of these on Mortal Kombat.
Yes, we definitely on the 23rd. So we're gonna give you a couple of days to get that, but we're gonna get that work in. Y'all gonna get this. But this is fun. I do appreciate all you guys for coming out. Follow me on Twitter, King David OTW, where I'm out here setting fire to the internet. Saw my last video.
Shout out to that video though. Where they at though? Where they at? They was cheering for it. It was like, where's the king? When he wakes up,
is he awake?
Is he awake? Where is the video? Like, they were waiting for you in droves when that news dropped.
Yo, the crazy thing is the king don't play no baseball. He don't play
baseball.
You
know he's being messy. You know he's being messy.
Yo, I'm gonna ask the internet for one thing, and I want us to rock. I want Game Pass, and I want us to rock the web. I want us to crash that game that day it come out. I want all 25 million subscribers to Game Pass to download that game and to boot it up and just crash. Show the numbers, show the metrics, show how strong we are. Let us get God of War, Spider-Man.
I'm done with you.
All of these games.
Let's not rant too much on that.
Let's not rant too much. Save some bars for Tuesday, sir.
Save some bars. That's a little bit. Just Tuesday, but I want the team to come out.
and we're going to do more, you know, stuff like this. We're still working on the semantics, but you know, we do stuff like, you know, we had over 200 people showed up. Like you guys really mess with us, man. Like you really do. This is Godzilla versus King Kong. Like obviously, like it's not gaming related, and a lot of the times when you do content like this, that's not what the actual channel is about. Like the numbers are greatly half, but it wasn't like that, man. So I definitely appreciate it, and we will see you guys Tuesday at 5 p.m. Eastern.
No doubt. Addict's not letting me talk again, but I'm going to get my bars off anyway. And I agree with him though. He's right. He's actually right, because at the end of the day, they didn't, you know, people didn't have to be here. And y'all still rock with us to the end. Shout out to the Raiden Blade. £2 super chat. Okay, King compliant. That's what you go with the compliance thing. You know what I'm saying? But we got that. But like I said, at the end of the day, salute to the round for pulling up. And like I said, we're super excited about Tuesday. It's gonna be lit. Man, we got a lot more fun things planned. The next 2 months, y'all not ready. IOP, we're gonna be doing some stuff. Lot more content. That's all I got. Anybody else? We are good. Nope. All right, we good. So we catch y'all Tuesday, 5 p.m. Eastern. Kyler Moriarty. I already know what it is. Peace.
Yo, they got the PC.